Cleared the tailpipe out last night. About 1 in the morning. The muffler doesn't want to go. The problem is, the clamp I put right here is catalytic converter. This is the muffler, the old one, which is only about 2 years old, but it's a cheap one. It's got a dent right up on top here. It's kind of clamped on. So, pardon the noise. Yeah, looks like it may work. We'll smack it a few times with a hammer. Yeah, got a little bit of a gap going in there. It's a good little bump right here. It was up tight against the tube, so we're just gonna have to smack it and get it to work off. Oof. That's rough on the old hand. Getting there, but not quite. How much further back that son of a gun is. Smart thing would have been just to cut this puppy off, but kind of hoping to save it, not that I really need it. It's only about 1.5 years old, the muffler is. Alrighty, I'll show you when it's off. Okay, got it. Whew. It's about 5 minutes worth of hammering. And the inlet side's a little caved in, but flashlight, check the inside of the cat. See if it's got any marks or any plugging going on. So, alrighty, let's get the new kit out. Alright, size comparison. Obviously the old one is on top and the new one is on the bottom. You can see the muffler actually is quite a bit bigger. It's not a Flowmaster muffler, but it's probably a cheap imitation there of the old one. The adapter pipe that goes on there to fit it over the cat. You can see the old one, I just kind of cobbled it together when I put the muffler on, so the pipe's not quite the right length. The end is rotten and pinched from being jammed up against undercarriage of the Jeep wheeling. This one's got a nice square cut to it. Then I'll get it out back by the bumper. Also, one of the hangers popped off. So, yeah. Actually, it looks like a little bit bigger diameter tubing too, so a little more flow. So there we are. Getting ready to slap her in. Should only take a few minutes actually. It's not too difficult. There's some clamps somewhere. And we didn't toss them already. Probably inside the house. Go dig those up real quick and we'll go from there. Bye-bye. Adapter is installed. One key point you want to remember if you're ever doing one of these do-it-yourself kits like this, don't tighten everything up till you get it all in place. may have to make some adjustments or even take things back apart, because I'm notorious for putting things on backwards. This one I think is pretty good. It's got the smaller end that goes on the cat side, and the larger end goes slips into there over the muffler inlet. So hang on, we'll get the muffler in. The muffler is in place, using a jack stand to hold it up to minimize the strain, because I've got no hangers at all between the one that goes just back or just after the muffler all the way up to the engine. It's all free hanging pipe. I may have something up there on the cross member for the cat, or it's just resting up there, but using a jack stand to help support it. Muffler is in place. You can see the clamps are just loose. Not going to tighten them up at all until I get everything in place. This has turned into a how-to video to install your exhaust system. So let's go get the tailpipe. That'll be the last big piece to go in. Here's why you don't tighten up your clamps. I got my muffler in wrong side. You can see that outlet tube is off to one side there. Needs to be on the other side. So, piece of cake, just to rotate it around because the clamps aren't tight. Alright, there's some fine tuning. Get the muffler at the right location. We're in. All the clamps are in. My hanger in the middle there hanging. Got my hanger in the back hanging. Tailpipe is a little bit of adjustment. She's not quite perfectly square, but now we can start tightening everything up. I don't really care for how it drops down like that and hangs low. That's going to catch stuff. I may just lop that off at a later date. You can see the up swoop there. It just comes straight back. But what it's doing is it's coming down to clear the spring. So it's almost the lowest hanging point off the back bumper. Actually it is. It's lower than the trailer hitch. Anyway. Okay, let's go get them tightened up. Alright, clamps are on, tightened, everything's buttoned up. It's pretty solid. Looking good. Of course it's raining out here. Tailpipe's a little crooked, but like I said, I'll probably lop that end off. I just don't like how low it hangs, but yeah, it's supposed to be 20% chance of rain today. I'm getting all 20% for 100% of the day today. It's supposed to be partly cloudy. Washington weather. I do live in a convergence zone, so hey, let's crank this bad boy up and see what she sounds like. Find a good spot to set you on here. That kind of works. Of course, I need to go get the keys, so I'll shut the camera off and go do that. Have keys, can provide ignition. Let's give her a whirl, see what it sounds like. Quieter. Just had a whole ball of leaks and everything on this thing. Can't hardly hear this thing from the inside even with the hatch open. I'm liking it. If Ken wasn't on his way here shortly, I'd go for a little snort around the neighborhood. We're going to pick up some furniture for his girlfriend. Cool. Let's do this bit here. Everybody likes to see a good rev. Don't even hear the exhaust from even with the hatch open. Actually, I'm liking that. So, yeah, we'll run her for a little bit. crawl under there in a day or two, and well, when I put it on the road again, and double check all those bolts, make sure they're still tight, make sure there's no leaks, and go from there. Still gotta find my track bar. It's in here somewhere. Hoping maybe tomorrow I'll put that on. But so there you go. New exhaust on the Jeep. A nice kit instead of this cobbled together mess. So it should last me for a long, long time. Cool beans. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.